Good evening, everybody. We'll wait for a couple of seconds to let people join in. महिला दिवस की पूर्व संध्या पर आप सभी लोगों का श्री नित्यानंद स्वामी जन सेवा समिति द्वारा आयोजित वेबिनार जश्न स्त्रीत्व में हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूं। मैं आमंत्रित करती हूं आज की चर्चा के लिए अकाई पद्मशाली जी को। मैं उनका इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं दूंगी, मैं चाहूंगी कि आप सब लोग उनसे उनके बारे में जानें हमारे क्वेश्चन आंसर्स द्वारा। अगर आप चाहें आप भी उनसे अपने उनके बारे में आप उनसे पूछ सकते हैं। मैं शुरुआत करना चाहूंगी एक शेर से। मुस्कुराकर दर्द भुलाकर रिश्तों में बंधी थी दुनिया सारी, हर पग पर रोशन करने वाली वो शक्ति है नारी। अकाई परमशारी जी, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत और धन्यवाद कि आप हमारे यहाँ इस विमेंस डे की ईव पे आप इस सेमिनार में हमें आपने ज्वाइन इन किया और लोगों को एक नई सोच देंगी विमेनहुड के बारे में। चलिए आज हम लोग अपने सवालों से आपका इस इंटरव्यू को शुरू करते हैं। जब हम लोग एक विमेनहुड की बात करते हैं,
और मैं श्री नित्यानंद स्वामी जन सेवा समिति को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि आज इंटरनेशनल विमेंस डे है, सुबह 8 मार्च। इसके लिए सब महिलाओं को महिला दृष्टिकोण से कौन याद दिलाता हूँ, तो सबको हमारी तरफ से इंटरनेशनल विमेंस डे की शुभाशयಗಳು। And I also wanted to say apologize because I speak little Hindi, and whatever Hindi I know, I can definitely communicate in that manner. Otherwise, I love to speak a simple English. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll keep this webinar in bit of Hindi, bit of English. So it would be English altogether, so that all the viewers can understand what we are talking about. So हम लोग start करते हैं because ये Women's Day का topic है। तो हम लोग जब womenhood की बात करते हैं, स्त्रीत्व की बात करते हैं, तो हमारी एक स्टीरियोटाइप थिंकिंग रहती है, एक डेफिनेशन होती है जो आम जन ने बना रखी होती है। आप क्या इस डेफिनेशन को अपनी तरीके से एक्सप्रेस करना चाहेंगी? एक नया नजरिया देंगी आप हमें विमेनहुड का?
First of all, the question arises, महिला कौन है? Who is this women we are talking about? I think the women, the society expects you to be in certain norms and constructed social constructed norms. When you're not that woman, I think the society bothers always. And I'm a proud woman as a transgender woman, as a trans woman, as a woman I identify myself. I feel so proud. Why I say this? Because the whole movement, the whole world, महिलाओं को दृष्टि ने बहुत बहुत अन्याय किया है, because of your class, because of your caste, because of your region, religion, and many other aspects of it. हमने एक भारत की महिला हो को, एक ट्रांसजेंडर महिला हो को बहुत डिग्निफाइड से हमने आइडेंटिफाई करूंगी, हम भारत की महिला है. यू नो, आज महिलाओं को विशेष रूप में either one of them, we are facing so much of difficulties, so much of discrimination, so much of harassment, and there's so much of recognition too. I think coming together and understanding women with differences and women with so much of diversity, I think that is what you are doing through this platform. I think women means we do not have any judgmental attitude, and we shouldn't be. I think women are more acceptable than a man, and the man I speak to who thinks from a patriarchy and a powerful context.
Perfect. That was a really nice definition. आपने अपने अच्छी तरीके से इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर पाते, यानी हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि वी डोंट नो व्हाट अ ट्रांस वुमन इज. तो क्या आप हमें इस चीज पे एनलाइटन करना चाहेंगे, मतलब हम लोग को बताना चाहेंगे कि ट्रांस वुमन क्या होती है?
Very simple, very common. I think trans women और किन्नर और हिजरा और ट्रांसजेंडर दूसरी नाम पर हम लोग को एक आइडेंटिफिकेशन करता है ये देश में. We are just human beings first. Okay. Then
Yeah, like everybody, like you're all living beings, and then comes the humans, and then there is a segregation. Okay, they are male, female, transgender, or the third gender. But we are talking about womanhood, and when we talk about this third gender, we are not, actually we don't know, we don't have much of the idea, because when we are taught in schools, we are only taught two genders, males and females. We don't have much idea about it. So would you like to throw some light on it?
definitely. I think I want to go and start from your question. You mentioned third
Yeah.
gender. The question is, who
Yeah.
is first gender? Who is second gender? Who is third gender? And who
Exactly.
is fourth gender? I think
Exactly.
gender
That's
is
what we are
not
taught
about,
like.
and gender is not about boxing our identities. Gender is
Uh-huh.
something that what you express and accept the way you are today. That is irrelevant of your sex. आपकी बच्चा में ये एक sex में पैदा हुआ तो वो sex, it is not necessary that you need to be in that sex. You know, you can still be, if you're born as female, you can also identify yourself as a male if you're feeling so. If you're born a female, you can still identify yourself
Exactly.
as a man. You know, I think that is what the social construct is always deciding on people's gender. In that context, मैं क्या बोली, because of my journey, how this woman would I accept? Though I was born a male, मैं बच्चा पैदा होगा एक बच्चा लड़का से. I transform my feminine character. एक लड़की तरफ से खेल, nail polish डालना, बाल छोड़ना, मेकअप करना, ये सभी वो desires आता था. When I was doing these desires, हमारा घर में एक बहुत conservative घर है, very orthodox family I come from, and my father was working with Ministry of Defense. There was so much of restrictions not to behave like this. When I was expressing this feminine character, I was house arrested. घर का बाहर नहीं छोड़ता था. बहुत harassment था, बहुत beatings था, बहुत physical violence था. So and he was expressing that, okay, whatever my papa mama is saying, that is fine, and I should try to behave like a man. I should try to speak like a man. So I was trying to do that, but how many days, how many months, and how many years? So finally, I told my parents saying that I am no more a boy. मैं लड़का नहीं हूँ, मैं लड़की हूँ. You know, when you said that, घर में एक बात आई, no, this is highly unacceptable. Then you are thrown out of your family. घर का बाहर
Exactly.
छोड़ा. They said to quit the house. So I went out of the house. I was in street. I was there in public for almost 15 days to 20 days. I've seen the public nature in the society. I decided I should come back to family, and I want family. I want
Okay.
my घर, हमको घर चाहिए. So then keeping your identity as a woman within your self, it was so difficult for you to express the way you are today. But finally, uh, in the family, you are behaving a man. Outside, you are not a man. You know,
Because
outside
the
you are a
womanhood is
woman.
kicking in. Exactly.
Exactly. But how to educate to my family is a big question. You know, finally, it's a huge struggle, almost 20 years of struggle, and I recently got accepted by my family just 5 years ago to go on sari. You know, and my mother was asking a question. मेरा माँ एक प्रश्न पूछता था,
Can
क्या जी अकई, हम एक महिलाओं को, एक विमेन हो को इतनी like lamba struggles, we face it, and why you have been become a woman and you're a transgender woman. And I said, mommy, you are a woman with that identity and I am a woman with this identity, and I'm so happy to be the way I am today. you know I think the women
perfect.
or man,
I
it comes
can
from.
really understand. Yeah, please continue.
So that context, I think the struggle continues. As a transgender person or a hijra or kinner or people call from various names, for that very specifically talks about your identity, and each identity has its own specific
Mhm.
culture and tradition. Be it Jogappa, they're dedicated to goddess Yellamma. Be it Jokti, again they're dedicated to goddess
Mhm.
Yellamma. Shiva Shakti, they're dedicated to Shiva Parvati. If you go back to Marladi, they are dedicated to Angala Parameshwari. So like that, each and every identity has its own culture and tradition. And I'm so thankful to the Honorable Supreme Court of India for 2014 recognizing किन्नर समुदाय और ट्रांसजेंडर समुदाय और हिजरा समुदाय संविधानिक के समान एक प्रजे प्रजे प्रजा होता. It says we are equal citizens before the Constitution of India. I think that judgment has spoken to address the equal rights. एक नागरिक के हक के तरफ से हम बात करने
Yeah,
को
we are born
ये
equals in front of them.
absolutely, absolutely. I think I think the struggle did not happen so fast. 30 years ago, 30, 30 साल के पीछे हम वापस गए तो you are so facing so much of harassment. Public was harassing, police violence, gunda violence. You were throwing stones at you. पत्थर लेके मार खाता, काउडंग लेके मार खाता,
Uh-huh.
अंडे लेके मार खाता, आपको सेक्सुअली हरास करता था. हमने एक इडी समुदाय, भारत के ऑलमोस्ट समुदाय हमने बधाई पूछने वाला. We go for begging and we go for blessings.
Mhm.
We go for sex work. And this is our main profession. And why do we do this profession? Begging, sex work, badai. It is the people refer us as we are goddess. People refer us, we are Shiva Parvatis. We are Ardhanarishwar. We are Sri Krishna. We are Ayyappa and other stuff. In that context, I think please forget all those Ayyappa, Shivas, etc. In this 21st century, हमने जानकारी आपने हमारा दिमाग में आ सकता है इधर. आज 21st century में we are fighting for human dignity. Human beings
Exactly. Like
first and everything next.
at one place, they are kind of comparing with Shiv Parvati, not remembering that Parvati is a female. And then you're like,
Exactly.
no, it's not like that.
Exactly.
You are the third gender. And like again, coming up, there are like no fights. Which one is the first gender? Which one is the second one?
Yeah,
So coming
yeah.
out to my second thing, you were at the tender age of 12 when all kids are basically tension free. They are playing, they don't know how the world is going, they are loved by their parents and supported by them. And there was a thought on your mind of finishing a life, because at that particular time you were fighting the world, you were fighting the society, you were fighting the complete system. Moreover, you were fighting your own family, their thoughts, your thoughts. But you fought well, you won the battle, and you came back stronger. So like you have fought all these battles. So do you have any advice to give to people who are suffering depression, or feel that they're neglected, or are like anxious, like they are suffering from anxiety? because you fought this
Yeah.
battle where at an age where people don't even go through all these things. So any word of advice?
I think definitely, because 25 years of society was different. And for every 5 years, we keep changing, the society changes, its attitude, its behavior, its social norms, etc. I definitely say, if you compare the last 25 years, when I was 12, 13 years age, I tried to kill myself. I tried to hang myself to die, because the amount of harassment, family बहुत शोषण करता था, friends बहुत शोषण करता था, teachers बहुत शोषण करता था. So इस मामला में हम क्या को, हम हमारे दिमाग में क्या भी नहीं आया, हमको ये क्या आया, हम मरना करते. Yeah. So then I decided why I should die. मैं perfect हूँ और आप लोग perfect नहीं है. Right? So that challenge I took. Then I came out across all these boundaries and fought against the larger society's thinking. I started to fight from within family itself. And today, from here till my activism journey, has seen so much of ups and downs. There is a recognition for the community. I think what message I would like to give, किसी बच्चा ऐसी feelings हुआ तो है तो, we need not to worry. I think we are part of nature. We are part of society. And family members become so shivered. They're so worried. So don't worry for that. Okay? Let's talk to the child very first and ensure the child is protected. Child feels so much of safer environment, at least to speak and express person's feeling or behavior. It is not only about transgender, be it your lesbian issue, same sexual attraction, be it your homosexuality, be it your pansexuality. Understand and speak the issues within the house about sex, gender, and sexuality. I think my society needs to focus on these areas, which are the unspoken terminologies. You know, इसी भाषा हमारी family में कौन भी प्रयोग ना करता, because we are orthodox. We only talk in the culture, tradition, context. हमारे culture में, tradition में, context में ये सभी बात हुआ था. You know, if you go back to Ramayana, Mahabharata, people have spoken about sex. If you go back to Bible, people have spoken about sex. If you go back to Quran and other, like Gitas or sacred books, people have spoken about sex and sexuality, the intimacy. And any sacred books talks about inclusivity. They speak about love, peace, justice. I think this is what we need to bring in this context, you know. I think we need not to worry, yeah. We're just common human beings and accept the way you are, whatever you
So
are.
the
Yeah.
first thing is acceptance. Like if you have this depression kind of a feeling or anything, first it should like accept yourself, accept the circumstances, and then later on you can fight the different things. So that is the first.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
the war within. You have to finish, and you have to find reasons to live, and then the
True.
rest can be handled. And for the rest of the people, it's like you should basically give a very good environment to people who are fighting depression or anxiety or feel that they're neglected. Okay. Like in nowadays society, like we can say, like we still cannot say that women is given the same amount of opportunities, or there's equality when it comes to men and women. And you are a trans woman, a level higher for difficulties. So just because you were a trans woman, you have endured more pain. You were forced to work like a sex worker for 4 years. So how do you explain this journey of yours?
I think that journey is not so easy and was not so easy, because you behave feminine. We also need to understand, if you go back to uh, many cases like Hathras rape case, Delhi ka rape case, Hyderabad ka rape case, and there are cases happening every day, every minute, and every single fraction of second. Why is it happening? Because women, the society feels we are vulnerable and we are powerless. You got it? I think in the name of caste, religion, region, many other aspects of it. There's so much of power and patriarchy with the man. And that power and patriarchy is always shown against a woman, and you have been exploited, you have been harassed and abused. So the cis women is seen as महिलाओं की, जनरल महिलाओं की उसी दिमाग में ऐसे एक जन देख सकता, Assume you are born a male, you transform to a female, and you are a woman. The amount of harassment that we go through is unimaginable. From your friends, from your families, from your siblings, from your police, from your neighbors too, you keep facing so much of harassment. And why is the entire transgender community,
The complete system.
the Hijra community, the transgender community, the Kinnar community, whatever that we can call, we are indulgent sex work. It is not, maybe few of us could be by choice, by consent, by willingness, but majority of us is lack of opportunity, lack of acceptance, lack of education, lack of employment opportunities, lack of recognition. There is an issue of identity. I think these are very minor issues here. हमको बहुत बेजार हो सकता है इधर. ये 21st सेंचुरी में हमने अभी तक एक चावल को हमने बधाई पूछती, एक आटा को हमने बधाई पूछती, एक साल्ट की बधाई पूछती, शुगर को बधाई पूछती. अभी घर हमारा पास नहीं है. हमको एक प्रॉपर फूड नहीं मिलता. इसी तरफ से बहुत एक फंडामेंटल इश्यूज है. एक्सेस टू पब्लिक टॉयलेट्स, पब्लिक शौचालय हम ना यूज कर सकती. पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, buses, auto rickshaws, it is so difficult. No one gives you housing for rent. So these are the main livelihood difficulties that we are still going through. I think for that, I should thank the Supreme Court of India's 2 judgments, which came in favor of the movement. I think based on that judgment, I am so happy the Karnataka government, the state policy of 2017, the previous government accepted the state policy and working towards the issues of community. इसी मामला में हमारी प्रस्तुत ट्रांसजेंडर एक्ट, वो एक्ट which criminalizes of your sex work and begging is it is one part of it. But आप किन्नर है या ना है, वो मैजिस्ट्रेट डिसाइड करता हमारा सेक्स. Have you been decided by a magistrate? If not you, then why we? हमारी सेक्स, हमारी लिंग, हमारी आइडेंटिटी, हमारी सेक्सुअलिटी हम डिसाइड करूंगी, आप नहीं डिसाइड करूंगी. आपको अधिकार नहीं है. So I think raising fundamental questions in society, we are talking and requesting the governments to please work with our community, to listen to us what exactly we are trying to say. Because I know the issues of LGBTIQ, J, M, whatever, I think society needs much amount of awareness. There my education role has to be there. Include curriculums about the sexual minority community, the transgender diversity of existence. So then you are going to bring that change. Otherwise difficult.
So we can understand the half of the women, like half of the women in the world are celebrating Women's Day. They're celebrating womenhood, and whereas the other half of the community is fighting for their basics right, like fighting for their identity, who they are. Okay, all individuals, especially ladies, they want to feel parenthood, like how it is like to become a mother. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you for being a mother. You recently adopted a baby. Many congratulations. And you're the first couple to adopt the baby legally. The first couple. So would you like to give any advice? Can you hear me? Okay. Any advice to people who, are parents, but are not biological parents? Can you get me?
I have adopted a baby in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is now just 1.5 years old, and that baby we adopted through a legal process. I was against the institution of marriage. I was against the process of patriarchy, and today I am a mother, or acclaimed mother,
Yeah, that was a big fight you fought.
I'm happy to be that a mother, a woman especially, than a mother, And if you ask me what child you have, adopted, I don't want to say my child is a female or male or intersex.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was judged in that boxes. And as a mother, as a woman, I have so much of responsibility saying that I am a mother with openness, to be open, to ensure my child decides the child's gender, sex, and sexuality. So
That's
until
very
the child
beautiful.
says, Mama, I am like this, so then I'll say, yes, I accept. I'm here to just accept and ensure the child will enjoy the safer environment. I'm creating and building that environment through this forum. मैं आपको कहना चाहती हूँ और पूछना चाहती हूँ, हमारी बच्चा लोग तरफ से आपने एक्सेप्ट करना, हमारी बच्चा तरफ से आपने अवकाश देना, आपने प्यार करना, आपकी लोग के एक बार एक छोटा बच्चा आपके पास है कर को समझ में रखो, ये चाइल्ड को बहुत बहुत spaces देना. Okay, I think I feel proud to be whatever I am today. Yeah, with my
Okay,
child.
so we may say that, like, be it like you are a parent biologically, or your child is born out of your heart, you just need to give that child the. Can you hear me?
This little voice problem. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think you can go ahead. I can listen.
Okay, so this is the crux you want to give, that you just love the child, let that child decide what that child wants to be, what gender he wants to become, a man, a woman, or any other type of sexuality that child wants. Okay, so tomorrow is Women's Day. Any thoughts on Women's Day?
Thoughts for Women's Day? I think
Yeah.
the social, the political, the economical, the cultural, the traditional, I think globally, without women, there is no world. Without women, there is no sociality. Without women, there is no political structure. Without women, there is no economical sustainability. But I say that women, we are across sections, across regions. I think boundaries are made for the sake of political reasons. I think with the one world we are celebrating Women's Day. I think whatever we are, that doesn't matter. I may be a Hindu, I may be a Christian, I may be a Muslim or Sikh, Baha'i, whatever, Parsi, Jain. That becomes secondary, and we celebrate the woman for today. That's for tomorrow. I think for that, I want to wish each and every woman, especially from the working class, non-English speaking, to the oppressed, to the socially excluded groups, to the utmost women. I think we need to celebrate this womanhood, or celebrating the existence of identities, understanding and respecting people's issue, than judging. So in that context, I want to wish you all the very best to all the women, including me, all the communities I'm talking about. Happy Women's Day for 2021.
So you mean to say that maybe women's is so much of a power that if we all join hands, we'll be too much of a power to be handled. So we have been divided into different segments on the basis of sexuality, maybe region, religion. So cool. Okay, so now there is we have discussed, what all you have went through, and what all was, disturbing past you have gone through. So we have discussed all the problems. Where do you think our society have gone wrong, in dealing with the gender respect, or respecting the sexuality of an individual? Where do you think we have gone wrong? We definitely have gone wrong. We know that.
A couple of points here. The society has really went wrong. One, of getting its education and understanding the diversities existing in society. I think sitting in the room, we're talking very much about caste and class. As a person, how much I'm able to understand the issues of Dalit, the tribals, the marginalized, the street, the sex workers, the poor of the poorest, and the people who are blind, people who are visually impaired, or dumb and deaf. I think there is a society which is mixed of people, mixed of communities. I think one thing, because we are part of society, including me and you are part of society, the one thing is that we need to get a maturity, what exactly we are talking about, and understanding towards the issue. I am so happy that you are so much of sensitized, Geetika. I am so happy that you are asking your questions with so much of sense of responsibility. and even thorough with the community that what exactly wanting to ask. I feel so happy. But tomorrow I want to
Exactly.
see a society like you know, आपकी तरफ से हमने एक समाज में निर्माण करने को हम बहुत कोशिश करते हैं. You know, I feel happy and proud to do this. At the same time, the society has really failed to practice its, education rather than immaturity. People keep judging without knowing any information because of your sex, because of your gender, because of your sexuality. I remember the Delhi High Court 2009 judgment came that was supporting the movement of sexual minorities, but many political leaders and parties who were against the Delhi High Court judgment. I was wondering why, because though the judgment was speaking about the dignity of a person from a sexuality and gender context, I think I need to dedicate whatever discussion happening in the country on sex, gender, sexuality, that is because of our movement. Our movement was so dynamic, we were so public, we were so open. The 30 years, 40 years of struggle to this movement has brought to this extent in discussing and debating the issues of sex and sexuality in public. I think इसमें क्या भी what do you call संकुचित नहीं है. हमने क्या करती वो बाहर हम बात करती. And we need to have the freedom. इसमें क्या कि हाइड करने को, सीख करने को ऐसे विचार नहीं है. Accept the way you are. I think why I'm speaking like this with you today. I'm self-proud. I'm self-accepted. My esteem, my dignity, my respect, everything, because I accept the way I am, that comes automatically. And समाज में हजार बोलती. If you're lesbian, हजार बोलती. If you're homosexual, हजार बोलती. If you eat meat, हजार बोलती. If you eat beef, हजार बोलती. So just forget the society. Live
Society
for
is there
ourselves
to speak.
until I harm someone.
Exactly.
I think that is what my Constitution of India speaking about. Irrelevant of your class, caste, creed, race, the language, whatever, that's secondary. We are human beings first, everything next. That's what Dr. Ambedkar has said and taught in the process.
Okay. There's one more question by one of our viewers. It is, what steps can be taken to break the set mindset of the society varies towards gender, like various genders? So can we change this scenario? And if yes, then how? Like, be it like through education? Do you think like the education could be a good way? We are taught about different genders. We are taught about sexuality. So do you think education can play a major role, or the government can play a major role? And how we as individuals can change the mindset?
No, definitely. I think keeping the Honorable Supreme Court two judgments, one, the 2014 transgender recognition, two, the 2018, the Honorable Supreme Court Constitution Bench judgment on human sexuality. Keeping these two judgments, and the government should play a vital role. Government shall play a vital role in bringing these judgments, transferring them to the constitutional judgments to a common texts, to educate children from 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard and plus. That's how you do this. My organization name is called Vandede, which is a Kannada word for convergence, where we speak about dignity, voice, sexuality of the gender non-conforming children, the transgender man, transgender women, and the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, etc. identity. We work with the larger society. We recently launched a campaign, and the campaign talks about no violence and violence against transgender sexual minorities. We launched a campaign through the support of Karnataka Police Department and the Karnataka Police Academies. The IGP, Mr. Vipul Kumar, has launched the campaign. I think the government's coming together to eradicate all forms of violence. We are, collaborating to bring certain laws in favor of the community. I think in that context, addressing the common issues from your livelihood, family acceptance, from your medical sector, from your opportunities, from your marriage, from your adoption, and many other aspects should be brought in the education curriculum. And the government has much resources, much power. We should use this as a tool to bring this to the larger forum to educate our community, our people. Let's not think society from our context. See the society, the next future generation. because the future generation should not struggle, because हमारी भारत, हम सब लोग इधर पैदा होगा. Got it? And what is my contribution to society? Rather than asking me what society does me, I think that's not the question. We need to provide to society. I think our contribution in whatever way that is going to be here, yes, it has to be done. I think that was a very good question. I think let's all come together to eradicate discrimination, stigma, and talk about opportunities, talk about respect, talk about love, talk about peace, talk about justice. I think let's do that, yeah. And let's love ourselves, whatever you are today.
So you can say that the government and the education, they can play a major role in bringing about the change and basically teaching people of how to celebrate, like be it like we are just celebrating womanhood for one particular segment. So if we come along together and we get our, the upcoming generation educated, we can bring around laws. We can, with the help of government, with the help of teachers, we can bring around the change, and then we can celebrate womanhood on a larger part.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
True. I totally agree with you. I think as common citizens, we have that social responsibility to do this. And I look forward to working with Sri Nityananda Swamiji Jan Seva Samiti. I think let's do that. I keep coming to Mussoorie to train our IAS officers at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. I'm so happy that the country's administration process is coming forward to understand and respect, accept the people identity. That is sending a very clear and good message. I think we should do that future, definitely.
Okay. This is a very nice conversation I had with you. And I got to know about so many things in from a different point of view. I'm really thankful that you joined our conversation for today. And I would like to thank all my viewers for joining us. And can you hear me, Akai? Akaiji, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So thank you very much on the behalf of Sri Nityananda Swami Jan Seva Samiti. Happy Women's Day to every woman. So here we are not talking about women who are just, we are breaking the barriers of womanhood. So happy Women's Day. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Happy Women's Day. Thank to all my friends who are watching on the Facebook Live. Thank you. All the best to you, Mr. Vinayak, and of course, Geetika. And say hi to all your friends there. Namaste.
Namaste.